Hi YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere, it's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. I'm back with another video this morning, a classic shave. I'm going to be using my late father's 1957 Gillette Super Speed. Look, it's still in beautiful, beautiful shape. It's a twist to open butterfly razor from 1957. I believe it's nickel plated, solid brass. Absolutely in beautiful, beautiful shape. It's 60 years old. And I'm going to be using it for my shave this morning. And of course, to kind of keep in the theme of classic shave, I'm going to be using a Gillette razor blade, 7 o'clock. Of course, a Gillette razor blade, makes sense. I'm going to be using the Gillette 7 o'clock super stainless steel razor blades. I'm going to be using Tabac shaving soap. I have some hot water soaking on top of it right now. Tabac, the company dates back to about the 1800s, 1845, somewhere in there. And about the 1950s, they started introducing men's grooming products, scents, soaps, creams, that sort of thing. So that classifies as classic status as well. I'm also going to be finishing up with Avon Wild Country Aftershave Splash. This scent was first introduced in 1967. Now, this aftershave splash is no longer available, but this is new old stock. You can still find new old stock. If you can't find new old stock, they make the same scent currently today in an aftershave balm, which is very, very good, that moisturizes. So I might use both of those, a little splash to liven up the face and the balm for moisturizing, because it's getting cold here. I mean, we're expecting snow today for the first time. Avon also makes the Wild Country scent in a really nice spray cologne. So if you wanted to finish up with that, you could also do that. The scent isn't so strong that it's going to overwhelm, but use your own judgment. For a brush, I'd like to use my father's Ever-Ready shaving brush from the 1950s, but it's really in no shape. I found it in his gear and it really has worn down quite a bit. So I'm going to have to put a new knot in that and maybe rework that down the road sometime. So pinch hitting for me will be the Vikings Blade Dark Stallion Badger brush. The company dates back to 1985, so I think they're just under the wire for classic status. Okay, so let's get to it. We've got my brush soaking. I've got the soap on top of my Tabac bowl here. Some hot water in there. You can see Tabac. So we're going to dump that in there like that. And I'm going to wet my face. I'm going to rinse my brush out a little bit here, and I'm going to start to make a lather right in the bowl. This whips up really fast. You're going to have to do a little bit of face lather when you first get this product, because they fill it all the way up to the top, so you're not going to have the opportunity to make a lot of lather in the bowl. You'll have to actually load your brush to a creamy consistency and then continue lathering on your face. I would think that as use wore on and you've got more and more room in the bowl from the soap being depleted, that you'd have more space in there to make a lather right there in the bowl. So let's take a look and see what we have here. Oh look, that's very, very nice already. Look at that. Very nice consistency. Might need a little bit more water, just a little dab. But this is a classic soap and a classic barbershop scent, which is why we chose it for the vintage Gillette shave this morning. Okay, so let's get to some lathering on the face. And this will go on nice and thick and creamy. This Vikings Blade brush is wonderful. It really is nice and soft. It has enough backbone to give you that action to do nice face lathers. And it also allows you to paint it on very well. Has a nice heavyweight alloy base to it, so you get a really nice sure grip in your hand. Really like this brush a lot. Wow. Wow, that's terrific. Now I have one blemish right here. So if I tag that, you'll know why. Won't be the razor or won't be the blade. All right, so we've got our razor open, and we're going to go ahead and get our Gillette blade here. There it is, 7 o'clock blade, and we're going to just put that right there on the razor, which is so nice about these butterfly twist opens. Really like them a lot, which is why I like my Vikings blade Chieftain. Hang on, I'll show it to you. It has the same classic butterfly setup, just really nice and heavyweight, terrific twist to open mechanism, really very nice. A little bit larger, longer than the, you can see that, than the Gillette. The Gillette is right here. Vikings blade Chieftain's right here. I mention that only because it's a terrific razor. It gives you a great shave, and you can get these vintage Gillettes on eBay at a variety of prices and conditions. If you can find one that was used by a family member and it's in great shape, snap it up. But you have to kind of really do your research on eBay when getting these razors, because some of them really aren't in that great a shape. If you can get to an antique store or to a yard sale and actually inspect it in hand and get it for $5 or $10, great, get it. If you can't and you don't want to do that kind of leg work, then my suggestion is get a Vikings blade Chieftain. It'll give you a really similar shave, and it's made of some really great materials, and it's got beautiful chroming on it. So that one will last a lifetime as well, just like this Gillette razor. Okay, so we're going to heat up. We've had that soap on the face long enough. I'm going to heat up my blade in hot water, both sides. And then I'm going to swirl it around in the warm water. It's just something I do. All right, here we go. 30 degrees, light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. Wow, very nice. The handle, nice and sure grip. I like to go all the way around under the jawline, just something that I do. Don't always do it, but sometimes it feels right. It's a mild shave. But it's not overly mild. It's right in that sweet spot between aggressive and mild. Okay, gotta be careful here. Ah. No worries, as they say down under. All right, that's pass number one. Let's rinse. All right, pass number one was very nice. I'm going to lather up some more, knock down the beard very nicely. But of course, don't expect some great results on pass number one. You're just knocking down the beard. Pass number two is usually really the money pass. And if you want to do a third pass, if you've got a big date or you're going to go out of town and want to get that really smooth result, then you do a third pass. 2 passes should be good enough for the office. Okay, so here we go. Lather up some more. I have some excess water on my face from the rinse, so that should help in building more of a lather here again. Really a nice, classic, manly barbershop scent. Really very nice. Goes on nicely again, nice and thick and creamy. Nice coverage. I can understand why it's so popular in Europe. Very, very nice. Okay, let's rinse a little bit. Pass number two. We're going to go east to west, across the grain. Very nice. I try not to go over an area that has already had cream removed, but you might not be able to see on camera. There are some areas there that still have a little bit of cream on it, which is why I'm going over those areas again. It's just a little bit of cream there. Of course, I'm stretching my face. I don't like to stretch my face with my opposing hand. I just use my facial muscles to stretch things out. For me, that's enough. I think stretching my skin with my other hand might be a little too much. Just to remove that cream there, just go up and down a little bit there. Okay. The only thing you have to be careful when shaving underneath your nose, across the grain, is that the tabs, let me rinse, the tabs on the razor head are exposed a little bit. So you have to be careful that you don't catch your nostril. Caught my nostril just a little bit, but no damage, nothing like that. The Viking's Blade Chieftain encloses the tabs, so you don't have that problem. Very nice. Okay, we're going to rinse. That was pass 2 down. Well, that's very nice. I am going to do a third pass. I could probably go to the office with this, no problem. But I am going to do a third pass just because, well, hey, I can do a third pass. So we're going to go ahead and just throw a little more on the brush here. And lather up some more. And you have plenty. I mean, there's plenty of soap. A little bit of this goes a long way. It really does. I mean, I have so much in this bowl. Let me get this here. I have so much in this bowl. I mean, I don't know if you can see that. I mean, I'm not even making a dent in that. I mean, it really is very, very efficient stuff. It's going to take a long time to use this soap. I'll bet there's a year's worth of soap there if I use it, I don't know, maybe every day, 3 times a week, I'm not sure. Wow, goes on so nicely. I mean, you just want to just keep painting it on because it's so nice. Okay, that's got it. Okay, so this one, rinse my hands off a little bit. This pass is going to be against the grain. All right. Very nice. This third pass against the grain usually seems to clean everything up nicely. You could probably do a little buffing here and there without having to do a full third pass, but sometimes it's just better to do a full third pass. And again, you want to be careful right here in the earlobe area with the razor that has the tabs open, that you don't tag your earlobe. Got kind of close there. It's the only thing to be aware of. When using a classic razor like this. My understanding is that the reason why they have these open tabs here is that when you close it, the air vents through it, gives it some ventilation so the blade dries out. Well, I don't worry about that because I dry off my blade and I dry off the razor after every shave. So, but I guess some guys are in a hurry. They don't want to do that. I recommend doing it after every shave. Dry your razor blade, dry your blade, dry your gear. Just dry it out. Dry your brush, dry everything. Clean up. Nice shave. Don't think I caught that guy there. Yeah, looks like we're okay. All right, no casualties. Great. Final rinse here. Final rinse in the bowl, that is. I like to do a warm water rinse from the tap with warm, clean water, so I'm not putting the older soapy water on my face when I'm finishing up. Now I like to turn it to cold, get a nice cold water rinse out of the tap, close up all my pores. And yeah, I like to rinse quite a bit. Wow, nice. Got a fresh, clean towel waiting for me here. Wow, nice shave. Nice shave. Those vintage Gillettes do a great job. If you can find one, get one. eBay, antique store, yard sales. They were made like tanks. They last forever. If they were taken care of, well taken care of, you'll have one that'll last another 60, 70 years. Really is amazing stuff. Really, just a, boy, nice shave. Really, really nice shave. All right, so we're going to use Avon Wild Country New Old Stock Aftershave Splash. Just a little bit. Very nice. You know, I think I've talked about this before in the past. Very similar to Pinaud. Pinaud and Wild Country have a very, very similar scent. So if you can't find this and you want to substitute an aftershave splash, Pinaud is very, very close to this. Now, because it is getting cold, it's going to be 25 degrees low tonight, we're going to get snow, I am going to use a little bit of this aftershave balm on my face. It's okay to do this. As a matter of fact, they say that if you're fair-skinned like me, you know, blonde hair, blue eyes, that aftershave splash doesn't last too long. Evaporates quickly for some reason if you're a fair-skinned person. So putting on a balm on top of that helps to retain that scent a little more. And plus this has added scent. Okay, just a little more upstairs because it's getting cold and I want to protect my skin. This has that in it. Great shave. Really, a really great shave. Wow. Very, very nice result. So, if you want to get a nice shave and you happen to come across one of these great classic Gillette Super Speeds, ones with the chrome tip are right in the middle. They make a red tip, which is very aggressive. They also made a blue tip, which is very mild. If you can find one with a chrome tip, which seem to be the most plentiful, these are right there in the middle, and they give you a really, really good shave for just virtually all face and beard types. If your beard is a little tougher, you might want to look for a red tip. Or, on the other side, if you seem to find it, if you find something like this is a Gillette adjustable slim, and it has 9 settings on it. I have it set to 5 here. And this is the best of all 3 worlds. It gives you 1, 2, and 3 setting for the mild blue tip, 4, 5, and 6 in the middle for the chrome tip super speed, and 7, 8, and 9 on the aggressive end for the red tip. So if you find a Gillette adjustable slim, these can be found for $30, $35. The fat boys, which are a larger diameter handle, going for much more. But the slims can be found at a very affordable price, and they give you a very similar shave to the Super Speed. So either one of these will work for you. And again, look, this is just a nickel-plated brass razor. And look how wonderful shape it's in. Just absolutely beautiful shape. All right, so that's it. Thanks very, very much. That was my classic shave this morning. Again, if you can't find a Gillette slim adjustable or a super speed, go with the Vikings Blade Chieftain. It'll give you a really nice shave. It'll give you all the great qualities of those old classic Gillette razors as well. You know, butterfly doors, and it's nice and heavyweight. It has a little longer handle. Really nice razor. I like that. But I have my late father's Gillette Super Speed, so we went with that this morning. All right, thanks very, very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Comment below, let me know. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog for my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this, and I'll see you again real soon.